Hammertime, Mace Hammertime, Mace Hammertime, the Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour Show. Welcome to the Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour. Introducing your host, a man who needs no introduction, the living legend. He's a fighter, action star, male model, part-time baker, and sweet love maker. His victories too vast to count, his defeats stand at zero. He's the one, the only, the deadliest man in the known universe, Mace Hammertime. With your co-host, expert in training, Ronnie J. And the all-knowing, all-seeing Deuce Almighty. So strap in and get ready for the greatest show in combat sports, the Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
This is Mace Hammertime here with the Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour Show. I'm here with the experts.
It's your boy Ronnie J.
Deuce Almighty.
And we are just talking about, people stopping kumites and coup d'etats and whatnot here over at the beach villa. We're still here. You guys are all freezing in other places, but we're kicking back beachside, poolside, doing our normal hammer time lifestyle, training by day, hammer timing by night all day.
The dance.
Yeah, I came up with that anyway. So we got a lot to talk about here today.
So much MMA news.
So much MMA news.
Man.
Bro, Anthony Smith, he got booted off the title fight, like damn near on air.
So, and you and I had talked about this before. So now we're talking about so back to UFC, the 205 title fight. There's nobody has a title right now at 205, right?
Yeah, no.
So
No.
the next fight they're making is
The title fight, Teixeira versus Jamal.
Was supposed to be versus Anthony Smith.
No, okay, so it was supposed. So Jamal Hill versus Anthony Smith was scheduled for February, but on air, Dana White basically changed it to
Jamal Hill and Teixeira.
in January.
I think Teixeira loses that fight to Jamal. But
Bro, Jamal Hill is so good, bro.
well, there's nobody that's that good at 205. But the thing about
Facts.
the
Nah.
thing
He's
about
extremely aggressive, extremely
and
athletic,
he's young,
really long.
and he's good. He's a good fighter.
smart.
And he's on the come up, and he's
He's-
got the mind. He's
he
got the right
wants
mindset
to
right now.
win, bro.
But the reason why I don't think Anthony Smith is not good.
At all.
He's a decent fighter. I mean, he's basically like a giant, like journeyman at 205 who had his one shot. He had a shot against John Jones, and
Everyone does.
And do you remember though? He could have won the championship right there. Remember that he got knee.
If he like accepted the knee like
He should
Aljamain,
have. In retrospect, I bet
What would you? Okay, what would you have done?
I would have taken it
You
and
would've-
fought again. Fuck yeah.
Damn.
bro, beat John Jones.
No, but also we're talking about finance.
You of all, damn.
We're talking about finances, you guys. Ultimately, we're talking about he's gonna fight.
Yeah,
he's
that
gonna have to fight him again.
Yeah, I mean, as a champ, you
What is he
automatically get
doing?
like it's like $1 million
And you're a Hall of
least,
Famer.
bro.
You're gonna be
Hall
in
of
the
Fame, yeah.
Like he's done.
Beat John Jones,
He's done.
and then you could probably get him the second time with his mind all fucked up, maybe.
also,
damn, maybe, yeah.
Listen,
But that's what's
What's up?
enticing. That
for
maybe.
all the shit sandwiches that Aljamain Sterling took for that fucking bullshit thing he did, fuck it now. He's the champ.
Yeah,
And nobody's saying shit
And he
now.
It's
doubles back.
legitimized now. He beat Jan.
It's a smart thing to do. And I think Anthony Smith
Damn.
showed how much of a dunce he is by not doing that.
No, he's yeah.
Oh, yeah, because people really give a shit about him coming in second place now in his fucking hard-fought performance against – nobody gives a fuck.
yeah, that's
He could have been the
facts.
champion, missed out on millions of dollars, and
It
trajectory.
wasn't even a hard fight. He just kept getting kicked in the face. Like I rewatched that fight last night.
He looked smaller than John Jones in that fight, remember? Because
Yeah.
Anthony Smith used to fight at 185.
He's a 185er, dog.
Yeah, he's one of those tweener guys. I bet he cuts like maybe 15 pounds, 10 pounds to make.
okay. And
205.
another thing, bro. Like I understand what he was saying, but like, did you hear when he said John Jones isn't that good? Like, I understand what he was saying. What he was saying was true. Individual skill wise, John Jones isn't the best. Like, he doesn't have the best kicks, punches, etc., etc. But bro, it's not a good look to say that shit when he beat the shit out of you with the same punches, kicks, and etc.
but
Like,
he can always say I got kneed in the head.
Yeah, that's why I lost.
That's facts.
But
then people gonna bring
he's
up-
so dumb for
He
not. If
didn't
that was,
though. He didn't say
if that was
though.
the case, then he should have forfeited the match,
Yes.
right? So if he was compromised, then why'd you stay and fight? Because you're dumb.
Then that's what people are gonna say. That's why you don't ever talk shit about
Yeah.
it.
So the thing about him though is like he's
He
like,
fucked himself.
well,
bruh.
listen. Also,
Like,
he's an analyst, and that probably did. It probably does bother him. He got replaced, but I don't see him being a worthy person to even get a title shot. Glover Teixeira, no matter what, he had a kind of a couple losses there, but I don't think he has double-digit losses for one. And he's I mean, he's a better fighter. Anthony Smith is just not a good fighter.
Like-
And as far as like a top 5 MMA guy, like what's Teixeira's record, right? Teixeira's 6'4". That's a big man. Dude, look at that.
33 and 8.
That's impressive. Anthony Smith, what's he like 25 and 30?
it's 30. It's like 33-18 or something. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
not good. And some of those losses are outside of the UFC.
Yeah.
No, like
36 and 17.
being losses outside the UFC is different than having losses in fucking Ohio's Ohio Fighting
Yeah.
Championship or wherever. Because I know for a fact that's where one of his losses is from.
Yeah, and I listen.
Ohio
I think
Fighting
he's
Championship.
a competent he's a competent UFC fighter, but he's not a champion, and he's just not going to be. And I don't think he's ever going to be, especially where he's at. Then again, he fights at 205 pounds, and that shit is open for business. There's nobody.
They need me right
the curse
now.
of John Jones.
If I'm being honest.
Well, you should. I mean, I know you got business to handle, but once you're done and ready to go, you should get in there because
205 not ready. It's not ready.
it's anybody's game. There's nobody in even. We'll get to this later. That giant Khabib that fought this last weekend sucked. So
yeah.
sucked. That guy sucks. So
oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a great
Anthony
episode.
Smith getting passed up, it means nothing to me. It's actually one of the great moves UFC's done. Good
I
job,
feel
Dana.
bad for him though, like
Well,
because
Dana's
they
like,
should have gave him more warning.
oh my, you feel bad for that guy?
If he was, bro, if you got a fight schedule, like you shouldn't be finding out on air that oh, that fight's taken away. And he did an interview with Ariel Helwani saying that he knew 3 seconds before he found out. They were like, oh yeah, Jamal Hill. They were like, real quick, Jamal Hill's about to get announced versus Glover Teixeira. And then it got announced. He had no time.
You know what?
prep
You know
for
what I'm
that.
gonna do?
That's foul.
I'm gonna
That's
text
so
Anthony
fucked.
Smith and tell him to take a good day of self-care. And maybe
Oh, he took a couple days.
because I know it's hard for him to have to hear those things. But when you suck, nobody wants to see you fight. That's the point. I want to see Jamal Hill fight 100%. And I'd rather see Jamal Hill be the champion of the 205 division.
Not yet, because then we'll see a champ that develops as he goes along. That would be kind
I
of
don't want to see you. I don't want to see Anthony Smith in a championship fight ever again. Yeah, don't feel sorry for him. Back to Mordor.
Jamal Hill is
a
fucking-
problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited, and I'm happy for Jamal Hill, bro.
Oh, bro.
He's been grinding. He's been fighting a lot.
Well, it's Jamal Hill, and is Ryan Spahn 205 as well?
Yeah.
Those two guys, that guy's a motherfucker too. So there's a
Yeah.
couple guys that are on the come up that can cement themselves into a situation because
Paul
there's-
Craig beat Jamal Hill, so that rematch might happen.
Paul Craig beat Jamal Hill.
Yep, by submission.
Oh yeah, Craig has got good submission. He's not a good fighter.
Craig is not a good fighter,
not a
but
good
he'll
fighter.
bring you down to the ground.
He's one of those guys though. He's not an all. I don't think he can strike at all very well, but he definitely
that's
wins once
Jamal
in a while.
Hill's only loss. He was lighting him up a little bit too, and then Paul Craig got taken down, and then armbar.
Gosh, the truth is though that I don't think this is a good fight for Jamal Hill though.
No,
he's good at
it's not.
he has good takedown
Teixeira
defense.
is a wily veteran with a lot of ring experience, and he knows how to win. And he took Prohashka into some deep waters there, and the only reason he lost to Prohashka because he got tired because he's 40 fucking years old.
And he's coming back.
Yeah, so he's coming
ready.
back.
He's been training with Alice Pereira.
and he didn't take that fight they were trying to throw him into this last week, so he's going to be fresh,
Yeah,
fairly healed. And he's fighting because every fight's going to be his last. I think, Glover loses another fight. I don't think he's going to fight again. But if he wins and he keeps on winning, he gets that belt back. I mean, so I don't know if this is a great matchup for Jamal, but it'd be
Yeah,
it'd be
It's
good.
gonna be a
hard.
good learning
it's
experience.
gonna be really hard to go from to do MMA to do like striking into wrestling,
Yeah.
into submission defense, into getting up, back to striking.
Yeah.
You know, over and over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah, we will see. But 205 is just a mess right now. There's
Or just hits him hard a couple times.
I think Jamal Hill could do. I mean, Jamal Hill might put on a masterpiece performance because that's what you need to see him.
I mean,
do
he's
that night.
knocked out people who are more skilled than him before.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. But you know, when Glover Teixeira is obviously
different
a
animal.
champion, Hall of Famer, seasoned MMA fighter, and not seasoned in the way of Anthony Smith with 18 losses. Glover Teixeira has lost to the best of the best. You know, the best of the best. And he
And,
got
like, no one else.
he got fucking. Remember, he got fucking put to bed by Rumble Johnson, R.I.P. Fucking Rumble just
To the face.
slumped him. But he lost to Gustafson when Gustafson was good. He lost to, good fighters. John Jones in a. Did he fight John Jones?
He did fight John
He
Jones.
did fight John Jones.
Yeah.
Jamal Hill fought John Jones.
No. But Teixeira fought John Jones.
Teixeira did fight John Jones.
he did fight John Jones.
Nobody beats John Jones.
Nah, bro.
Nobody beats John.
It's so crazy. How
It wouldn't have
like,
went like that if it was
He-
me, honestly.
I
he's
can't.
would've-
Maybe not, but I
insane.
cannot.
I would've
Hey,
done-
listen, I trust you could probably beat John Jones, but I'm saying this:
He's insane.
I cannot wait for him to come back.
Bro, me neither, bro. I'm so excited. Like, I know, okay, I will clear the air. Like, I will talk shit about John Jones all day. End of the day, if he's in the ring, I'm happy.
I want to watch him fight.
If he's driving, I'm not happy, and someone needs to stop him immediately. I'm so
I don't care about. I mean, John Jones, the person, probably not my buddy, but John Jones, the fighter, I'll watch.
I'll bet.
And I would say his the worst thing he did was the fucking hitting the pregnant chick. That was fucking lame.
Nah, I'm never getting in the car with that man, bro.
Yeah. But
That's just
ultimately,
facts.
ultimately, a lot of his demons and things are not so far fetched from the average American. He's like getting his drink on. He's got some anger problems, but
That's like the most.
He
American.
headbutted a police car, Mace.
Dude, listen, if I had a butt of that police car, I'd blow up. Now, the police car would.
I know.
But like, I mean,
My
listen, I used
God.
to do a lot of work on the streets, and that's not the worst thing you ever see. It's just a guy headbutting a car.
Yeah,
That's not.
it
even
could
the
be
worst.
so
No.
much. it
That's a
could've been
regular
big.
Friday night over in wherever town, USA. Headbutting cop cars.
Patty Pimblett and fucking Ariel Hawani have been going
gosh.
after it for like 2 weeks.
And listen,
now.
Ariel's clearly winning this.
Nah, bro. Bro, if you get a
Ariel's
voice
clearly-
recording to somebody, you got them dead to rights.
Ariel's clearly like not worried. This is probably laughable to him, and we're
It's-
starting to peel back the onions on what kind of a douchebag Patty Pimblett really is.
Nah,
Somebody-
for real.
Somebody called like they named the article hobbyist fighter Patty Pimblett.
God damn.
Hobbyist fighter, yeah. He's not good.
I mean, he's more like an eating competition kind of dude.
This guy, the more and more I get to know him, the less I like. So here's the thing: the more and more I get to listen to Sean O'Malley talk, the more I like him.
Yeah, he's
The more and
actually
more I
he's
listen to
become
Patty
likable.
Pimblett talk, the less I like him. They both started off differently. I liked Patty at first. Now I hate him. I didn't like Sean first. Now I like him.
Shout out Sean O'Malley.
Shout out for Sean O'Malley. Sugar Sean, if you ever want to be on our show, you know where to find us. But
Maybe
like,
he just maybe you just need like to have a kid first.
well, Sean, yeah, listen, Sean is also
Nah,
Sean's
facts.
a smart guy. Like the way he's taught, like he could hang out with us at the beach villa and we'd be fine. Patty would be a little bit lame at the beach villa. I wouldn't want him around. I don't need that kind of energy.
And it's loud.
Loud,
Yeah.
annoying, keeps his chin up, hands down. I don't like that.
Nah, like if he came to the beach villa, we teach him.
I don't think
not
he's
to do
smart
that.
enough to learn. Anyway, so with him and Ariel Hawani, I just think there's that he keeps on digging himself into a bigger hole. And not to mention he's like good buddies with Portnoy. Talk about a like
I genuinely have not watched
you
any
friends-
of this back and forth. I'm so lost on what they're even talking about.
Oh, okay.
He was just trying to make Ariel Hawani look like he's a bad person. And listen, Ariel Hawani is like obviously basically like my arch enemy in the sphere of broadcasting, analysts, and journalism. When you're the best, you got to have a rival. He's my rival.
Absolutely.
And he's always trying to nip at our heels, guys. He's always trying
Yeah.
to come at us. So I get that. That's professional rivalry. This is some bush league shit. of Patty
Mm.
trying to make this guy why did he? I don't even understand why he even started.
Okay, so let me even. I'm gonna take y'all to the
Yeah,
beginning.
and we
Vegas.
talked about this a little bit last week as well.
Yeah, let's see what's
So on Patty's podcast, him and Dana White
Dana
don't fuck
White,
with
yep.
Ariel,
Dana White don't fuck with Ariel,
and Dana White was talking shit about Ariel,
and he chimed in.
and then Patty chimed in, and everybody was
Damn.
like, "Whoa,
that
whoa,
costed him a lot though because
bro!" Like everybody expected Dana to talk his shit, but then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Patty started going in, and the comments was like, "Okay, that's kind of weird that you would go in on Ariel, because Ariel is the reason most U.S. fans know who Patty Pimblett is."
And also the thing about Ariel, and which I can respect for him, is he's if you go on Ariel's show, it's like I don't think he should pay you. I mean, going on Ariel's show, he's got a lot of people watching his show. It's free advertising.
That's bad journalism to pay someone for an interview.
And not really. I think that some people I think there's some value in getting somebody to come through for an interview because their time is worth it. But when you're at the level of myself or Ariel Helwani, they gotta then you are the A side of that deal.
Exactly.
So like if low ball Joe over here who's got their little podcast wants to get somebody on, it's like, hey, we'll give you $500 come on the show. It's because it's going to help us out. Your name's going to help us out. Our name helps out Patty. The Mace Hammertime helps other people. Ariel Helwani helps other people. So you can't bite the hand that feeds you, and this is exactly what Patty did to him. And it's a terrible look, especially for a guy.
It is, because like now he can't even that's a side of MMA that like people look forward to, like on Mondays after after fight nights, or like after
that's
fight
the first
Saturdays.
thing people look
That's
for
the-
is the
yes,
news,
Is the news,
the
bro.
results for the fight.
And
Yeah,
listen,
and interviews, like, and I'm gonna just go in a little bit, like in interviews. So like you get all the best interviews from fighters the week, like that Monday after the fight.
And they're not getting paid for that.
No, and now like after his fights, like the MMA Hour is somewhere great where we all get all of our news.
It's where you plug yourself on there. You're selling. It's an advertisement, and he's
And he fucked
he's
it
a
up.
fucking idiot.
And it's not like you have to pay them for the exposure you're getting.
He's a fucking idiot. And like we're not gonna have Patty. We're not gonna let him ride our
Nah.
Bro,
coattails.
and you want to know what's crazy?
Pimblett-
Demetrius Johnson was gonna do Patty Pimblett's podcast before this happened.
It's a bad look, and the more and more, like I said, the more and more I get to know Patty, the less and less I like this character, because like and what he could have been like, you know what? Sorry, Ariel, I was a bit short. He just keeps on doubling down,
Bro. And he's
doubling
lying.
down.
That's the thing. Like Ariel basically proved to everybody that he doesn't make money off of the views that he
And listen,
gathers.
here's the greatest thing about MMA in general is, unlike other professional sports that have PR people with every team handling every single thing the athlete says, and if they don't, they have a guy write a speech for them. The UFC fighters have none of that.
Yeah.
You're getting unfiltered who they are at all times. Even like, Conor McGregor should have a PR guy, but he's got he's on Twitter all the time embarrassing himself.
We know who he is.
We know who he is.
And we appreciate
and you don't get that in any other sport except for MMA.
Right.
So when a guy like Patty Pimblett is doing this, it's not this is who he is. This is who he is. It's not like an act.
Yeah.
You know, the fourth wall has been broken down. And it's an act because these guys all these guys now are 24/7 on social media recording. They're going to go take a shit. They're going to fucking record it, live stream it. So it's not like it's a different person when the camera's on and off, because you're on all the fucking time. This is just who you've molded yourself into. And it's not a good look.
Nah.
So, and he can't fight. So there's two bad problems with this guy, and he's gonna.
What do you mean? Patty's elite,
dude?
bro.
Let's save it because I got.
No, let's play into it.
You want to
real
dive
quick.
right into it? This guy is a
Yeah,
fighter. 'Cause he
let's-
fucking sucks.
Yeah, let's just play into it a little bit. Like,
Right,
yeah, Patty won. Let's give him Guram Kutalaze or somebody like that. Let's give him somebody let's give him someone non-ranked but like top 20.
I don't know if you guys watched. When you guys watched the fight, Jared Gordon is not a great striker. Jared Gordon was
Jared
somebody,
Gordon's not a great anything.
he's an
nah.
all-around solid
His-
fighter. That's why they put Patty against him. He's a
His
beatable.
anti-wrestling was crazy though. That shit that caught me off guard
But he was catching Patty with a check hook
every time.
over and over again. I watched the guy break it down in a video, which was really awesome. Patty doesn't understand. Like, his striking is terrible.
It's fun to
It's
like,
fucking bad, and it's not going to get better.
and that's not even an opinion. Like, if you break down the definition of good striking, he does not
Mhm.
fundamentally match what good striking.
He
And-
looks got like a guy in Street Beefs.
Yeah, and the problem is like
Shout out Street Beefs.
his kicks go crazy
his
though.
ego, man, is like so big that he probably couldn't like learn. You know, like Vittori, he's been in Thailand for like a month.
Bro, that man, who is he training with? He's
A
training
trainer
with
gay.
yeah, and
Super
Taiwan Chan.
Super Bond,
Yeah.
Taiwan Chai, they're all in that gym.
Yeah,
But Patty's surrounded by a bunch of yes man. He's got a bunch
yeah.
of like,
he
Bro,
has the
you
same
need-
problem
you
we thought
need
Sean
to,
O'Malley
like,
had.
You need
dude.
to.
I don't know if you guys know what a chav is, but it's a British thing. He's king of the chavs, man. Just look it up. And so I'm not even joking. And so he's like he's not. Listen, I get what he's doing. Like he's relatable to a lot of these regular dudes. He's like a regular fucking dude who gets in there and fights and acts like a fucking dildo outside of the ring, and it's totally fine. But he is not good. He's gonna get fucked up.
No. He's elite
Dude,
now. He
he's
beat Jared
good.
Gordon. He's elite now.
Whoever they put him against, I hope Ilya Taporia would kill him.
No. They're both. I feel that's a good fight. I like that
Oh
fight.
my god, Ilya
feel like-
Taporia would kill him.
Oh yeah. No. It's pretty even.
No way.
Let's bet it on
I would bet you-
Taporia. I feel like that's gonna be the underdog.
I'll bet you my G6 Taporia will fucking kill him.
Nah,
bro.
that hurt my soul, bro.
JSP,
Oh god.
Jonathan Pierce.
Oh my god.
Like that's probably who he's fighting next.
Oh,
JSP and
no
Ilya
kidding.
Tapura.
No,
No,
Patty.
Patty.
Oh, he's gonna get submitted.
He's 15 out of in the.
They're
He's
gonna
getting
they're gonna
submitted.
keep on hand picking people from for a while because even if you, dude, did you see him after the fight talking to Dana, fight of the
Yeah.
night,
50 G's.
Like,
50.
dude, like fight of the night.
For
That
what?
fight sucked.
It was bad.
He landed one good
No,
combo
no,
that
shot-
entire fight.
Jared Gordon looked like, and we talked about the scoring, whatever. It wasn't like Jared Gordon was supposed to get his ass kicked,
Yeah.
and he clearly did not. And on
The fact that Patty feels like he won the first
In-
2 rounds clearly.
Okay, I'm gonna say
blew
this
my
before
mind.
any. I did score the last 2 rounds for Patty.
Yeah, the
But-
first one, no.
There's no way he won the first round. Like that's not up for debate or discussion. He did not win that first round.
and clearly there has to be something like these judges, they know who Patty Pimblett is.
Yeah.
Like they're not. This is like let's not pretend like these judges aren't influenced. They don't have phones. They don't know who the fighters are. They can't tell when the crowd goes nuts for this fucking mop-headed moron
Yeah.
that he's supposed to win this fight and he's popular when everybody's got stupid wigs on it in the fucking crowd for him. Like who wears a wig? Like what kind of man wears a
Facts.
fucking wig?
Facts.
So I mean, not all of us are blessed, but I mean, who wants Patty Pimblett's fucking haircut anyway? He's a fucking dummy. But
Hey, he's the fifth Beatle.
oh, dude, he's so bad. He's so bad. He's gonna get fucking knocked the fuck out. If Jared Gordon could hit, that he'd be dead.
I mean, all of his next fights are hard.
Yeah, nah, for
Maybe
real.
he has one more easy fight. Maybe.
I don't think it's gonna be easy.
Dude,
he has
Jared
one
Gordon
more
was supposed
win,
to be
maybe.
easy, and that was not.
Yeah, he has one more win, maybe. But
I don't-
ain't no
dude,
more
I don't
easy
see
fights
him
for
beating
him.
anybody that's got a name. I don't see him beating anybody at 145 or 55. Dan Hooker will beat him up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dan Hooker would like manhandle Patty Pimblett.
Yes.
he would piece him up. It would be crazy.
You
And
know?
Patty's a 45er, no?
Yeah, well, he was.
he used
yeah.
to be.
But he
yeah.
definitely is he's
A bigger dude. He's
only
could be a-
5'8".
Yeah, but I mean, for fucking
He
45,
definitely has to cut to be. He'd have a hard time making 45. I don't think he'd
Yeah.
make it. But Islam Makhachev would like. I'm not going to even say the words.
actually
too
he can-
violent.
he has more.
I think
kinda
Patty
not
Pimblett
so hard
submits Makachev.
I want to see Jalen Turner beat the fuck out of Patty
Bro,
Pimblett.
that's what people have been asking for. Either Jalen Turner or Terrence McKinney.
I would watch Dan Hooker fuck him up.
all of
He
the
might-
next fights are hard. Demir Ismagulov.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
fuck
that
him
would be a
up.
murder.
Tony Ferguson.
There's Tony Ferguson would kill him.
No,
Yeah, he would.
no, he wouldn't.
At this point, I think he would.
Nope. Not gonna do that one. I'm sorry.
He said he's not good. He
Not
said
gonna do that
not gonna
one.
do that.
Patty
Jalen Turner,
Patty Pimblett's
Armin.
not good.
I feel you, but Tony
Tony Ferguson,
Ferguson,
he ain't there
is a
mentally
shell
no
of a
more.
human.
I'd pay to watch
He's
that one.
hey, he's not a. He's becoming something greater.
I hope for
A
the
spirit.
I don't know, dude. Okay, well, listen. I would say if he fights Tony Ferguson, it's not an easy win. How about that?
I'll agree with that.
How about that?
There's
Y'all
no
see-
more easy
Y'all
fight.
didn't see Tony Ferguson's face when he got hit with the kick.
Yeah.
If you think that person
Oh.
is gonna win
Oh my
anything,
God.
I don't know,
even
man.
the checkers game.
I know
Ow.
Patty's so bad though.
Hey, he at Harvard now. Chill out. He's probably on the chess team right now doing
Yeah.
work.
I don't see Patty beating anybody in the future that's any good. I've never seen anything like that. What
Me
he does.
neither. Me
That
neither.
was unique.
Like,
bro.
the way-
he hits pads like he's brawling.
And then, but just like Jared Gordon he does, and he kept on coming in and trying to hit that uppercut, which he was kind of landing, but more in Gordon's like chest area, not accurate. And he was like exiting with his hand down. I just don't understand how that's a thing. Like you have to try to put your hand down. Like it's all the way at his hip. So I understand when somebody like slips a little bit,
Yeah.
but to make it go down there, you have to consciously put it down there.
See, y'all not understanding the vision. He was channeling Wonder Boy because you know like how Wonder Boy puts his hands by his hips and then he
You know what?
He was trying to use
Wonder Boy is
that.
a good friend of the Mace Hammertime show, and don't disrespect him by even connecting him to Patty.
You're
Pimblett.
right.
It's
You're
not.
right. Hey, no, but Patty's kicks though was going crazy. He kept landing that head kick, but Gordon had a crazy chin.
Well, I honestly can't wait to see Patty Pimblett fight again.
Nah, for real.
So he wins. I cannot wait to see him fight.
I
because-
wonder who they can because you know how every few years some people fight, like you just like, oh shit, I haven't heard of them in a while.
Cerrone.
Yeah, I just feel like it's gonna be like one of those fighters. Like who can they pull out of the woodworks that's like
Frankie
really
Edgar.
good? but,
Frankie
like,
Edgar coming
not-
back up.
You know what I mean?
Jim Miller. Clay Guida. They'll make him fight Clay Guida.
Bro, Jim Miller versus Patty Pimblett.
To be honest with you, I would love to see Clay Guida versus Patty
What
Pimblett.
Clay
I want to
Guida-
know who Patty Pimblett thinks he should fight.
Well, he got. I mean,
He's gonna be like the
obviously-
champion.
Obviously, it was fight of the night he had against Jared Gordon.
Who did he call out?
I don't think he called anybody out. I think he was like Joe Rogan was rolling his eyes and asking him real questions. No softball there. He's like, "You really thought you won the first two?" And like,
I thought I won the first 2 rounds easy,
and
bro.
I coasted. And he's like, the funniest thing is Dana White said that Dana White for some reason loves Patty Pimblett. I understand why. He doesn't like. He just knows
Patty
he can make
Pimblett
money.
had a
is
million
with Dana
followers
White
before he
hanging out-
got into the UFC.
Yeah, but what is with Dana White
Crazy.
hanging out with like he's Dana White is king of the fucking morons. Like the kind of guys that like he hangs out
The
with that are
Nelk
like
boys, and
the Nelk
shit,
boys,
yeah.
Patty Pimblett. He like is
Tai
down with that.
Tuivasa.
He's their idol.
He's
for
like
real.
he's like a total like Giga Chad bro vibe dude who he does this like fucking Fridays where he eats like the grossest shit. Do you ever see the show like his food
Yeah,
thing? It's
and
disgusting.
Actually, this past weekend, Patty Pimblett did it. If I'm
there
not
we go.
mistaken.
What is him and
Wait, I don't know how he was allowed to do that. Like maybe he did it like still, either the day before the fight or a week before the fight. It's still kind of odd.
yeah, who knows? Who fucking knows why he's like, but that's a cash cow. And the UFC.
Yo, my bad. I just going to cut you off for a quick
go ahead.
second. Bro, people's diet blows my brain.
So we were talking about it before. It's terrible.
It blows my mind. Like to hear like
Just
that
no
Adesanya,
discipline.
he was like, yeah, like I had a few drinks like a week before the fight. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I guess
I think a lot of it has to do with weight cut. And if you're not at a sign, you don't have to really cut weight. So if he's gonna have, like, if he's in training full time and a week before the fight, he fucking
I
he has
guess
some drinks.
man.
No,
It's
that's
all-
not acceptable. I'm with you. I'm with.
Listen,
That's not acceptable.
It's just like he's in the NBA, bro. Like he's like like,
I know, but NBA players be smoking weed right before they go on the fucking.
but
right
it's
before they play.
82 games. If you're playing 3 games a year,
Yeah.
you got to smoke a little bit.
No. I think for somebody like
you definitely
like at Adesanya's level, and the fact he's probably had 500 or a couple hundred fights in his life.
over 100.
that I don't think that I don't think he goes through training camp. He's like, I'm gonna get fucked up on Friday. I think he's like, you know what? If the mood calls for it and I'm out of the place,
Respect.
and I can have a couple cocktails,
And it's not going to throw you off.
it's not going to
weight or
derail me. I'm
nothing.
not
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not that
yeah.
weak minded. I'm not
All
that.
right,
Every little
understood.
bit
Understood.
counts.
Yeah, like no, I get that,
No, I'm
but
just
obviously,
playing. Just
I
talking
think
shit.
I think there are, some people who just they've got it. They know how to win. They know what they're doing, and obviously he's a champion.
Shit,
was a
after
champion.
100 fights, you might catch me blackout drunk.
Ah,
just playing.
have your first one first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
But I just
How do we feel about the judging? In MMA?
so it's not good.
At all.
It's not good.
Why
at
are
all.
we judging it like boxing?
It
when
doesn't
we're
make
not
any
boxing?
sense.
And my buddy Rogan, he's had some good ideas, and first off, I don't think the judges should be there. I think the judges should be watching it all in a place with no stimulation, in a room that's got no sound. There should be no sound in the fight, and they should just watch the fight. They can't listen to the crowd. They can't listen to the commentators. You strictly watch the guys fight, and you decide who wins by then. And it should really be like, who wins the fight? That guy won. That should be it.
Yeah.
There should be no scoring by the rounds. It's like the end of the fight. That motherfucker is the guy that won, in my opinion. That's the way I would do it. I'd have 7 guys do it.
We could definitely simplify it. You know what I mean? Like
It should be like wrestling or jujitsu. Like every action has a point value. Like
it'd be too hard.
No, it's all subjective.
We can count how many strikes somebody's landed.
I mean, I guess you're right. You're right.
So it's like you should, by the end of a fight, you should be able to have a proper tally of points.
Here's what should happen, in my expert opinion. They should go back to the room. It's no stimulation, can't hear the crowd. There's no cloud. All the stats are being compiled in real time on a little chart for them to see.
Like
all
they do in PFL.
Okay, cool. I'm seeing all the data. I'm actually visually looking at things. That's it. And then you have to have martial arts doing it. Guys that know martial arts. And that's it. It's so easy. Like this is not a complicated fix. That guy over 3 rounds, in my expert opinion, as a judge, based on the metrics, based on my visuals, that guy won. And the whoever wins the majority, 4 out of 7 wins.
Yeah.
That's it. Easy. Or you knock them the fuck out. Done. No judges needed. So, I mean, I wish the UFC would just keep fighting until somebody quits.
Who's going to
get off the stool last? I mean, I think that's the true measure
Just
of it.
one round.
But then it becomes
one
not
round.
then it becomes not a sport, and it becomes a fight. Because now we're dealing with a sport.
You right.
Which
Need
is it's a
periods.
game. There's a game.
We got to
and
make
there's-
it entertainment.
So there's
like,
more of a strategy to it. But if we're just to say like bell rings, let's fucking go. That's a fight. That's different.
I mean, honestly, having fucking open scoring to be able to see the scoreboard would change everything, because at the end of every round, if the crowd would have saw that, they would have been fucking booing the shit out of the judges. After that
they
first
should.
round.
That's for real. And
we
they
should also hold judges accountable.
in what way?
Like,
catch them outside.
yeah, exactly. Like, hey, sir, what made you score the fight that way? Like, we know they name Douglas Crosby. I'm gonna find you. No,
Fine.
well, I'm just like, I'm
Ronnie J going deep cover on this guy, hunting down the MMA judges.
Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think there has to be remedy, because it's not good the way things are going right now. But again, don't
like
leave it
judges
up
are getting investigated.
to
now.
don't leave it up to the judges.
Crazy.
Judges should have been investigated.
Nah,
I
facts.
personally think that Dana's pulling all this.
No, it's starting to look like it, and it's kind of
And,
scary,
like,
bro.
I think, like, why do we think that, like,
Dana,
funny.
why do we think he's above? Why do we think he's above that?
why are we investigating James Krause?
Yeah, that's funny. It's and we all know Dana White's a big time gambler. You know that,
Bro,
known.
like, oh my god, like people are
It's
really
known,
just.
but we're talking about a guy who's worth almost $1 billion and running the company, and so I'm sure he's a very smart guy, and I'm sure that
he's bet on fighters.
anything that is offered to the fighters in whatever capacity or however this works is definitely not. It's 4 people away from him. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Yes.
I guarantee it.
Yes.
But I guarantee there's the capacity to make Paddy Pimblett win that fight if it goes to decision is 100% real.
Yeah.
The idea, listen, and this is not to say that this is even true, but the idea of somebody like Jared Gordon and the UFC being like, we're going to give you, how about you go to the safety deposit box after the fight and there's going to be 200 grand in their cash and you just don't win.
Why would there be cash in the safety deposit? Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm telling you, it's like for Dana White to give a guy $50,000 cash is 0-0 easy.
That's facts.
So the idea that these things are manipulated, I would say, is very real. It's not so. I mean, you got to look at somebody like that's a middling guy. You got a guy. Let's say you're gonna fight a guy like Patty, and you're a guy like Jared Gordon, and like you're 12-6 or something like that. You're not even ranked. You're gonna make 50 G's in the fight, maybe 50 G's if you win, and maybe 50 G's in a bonus, so 150,000 total. UFC is like, dude,
max.
The UFC is like, dude, $200,000 cash in the safety deposit box. Never tell anybody. They're going to do it. It's like, I mean, this is like, why? Again, back to Anthony Smith's integrity in the ring at that time cost him millions of dollars. And he's going to sleep well at night knowing he didn't take that money. But deep down inside, he fucking wishes he would have.
He can't sleep well at night. He got home intruders.
I
gotta chill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, how about
That's not
lock your door,
funny.
Anthony Smith, you dummy?
That's not-
Fuck.
That's crazy though. Like I think if I remember right, he actually didn't lock his door.
Lock your door, motherfucker. What the fuck are we doing?
Like, bro, like you don't live in a safe neighborhood.
Well, he does live in a safe neighborhood. He's in the
There's
suburbs.
no
but,
neighborhood safe enough.
I mean,
I'm
but
sorry.
like people on meth know no limitations. They don't know. They don't understand what's a nice.
They have
neighborhood.
superpowers, bro. Like he
they look
jumped
for dummies
from
in
the crack
suburbs with
house
their
to
fucking-
his house.
with their fucking garage door open in the middle of the night. Dummy. All right. So yeah, the scoring's fucked up, man. Just finish people. That's how you do it. But let's talk about 282. I'll get some time. How much time we got left? A few minutes.
We got some time.
Sweet. All right, let's go over UFC 282 because it was a fun one,
Bro.
up until the
A
last two fights, which sucked
Banger
balls.
card.
Banger card, yeah, all the way. Chris Curtis. What's his nuts is done. Buckley.
No.
Yeah,
Buckley is
done.
done. He's like discount Kevin Holland, man. What are we
That
talking
was
about?
such a dope ass knockout from Chris Curtis.
Chris
though.
Curtis, man, good for him. His stock is rising. Joaquin Buckley almost talked his way into the top 15, but he's out. He is not.
Imagine having to talk your way into the top 15. Like you ain't even at the elite level.
Well, remember
yet,
he was
bro.
going around like trying to fucking bump into everybody backstage and trying to like get some heat on his name.
He was
but-
trying to get there until.
Well, which
We'll
is
talk
probably-
about that
which is
later,
probably a
though.
good fight for him.
That's probably what's next though. For both, they both on the
those-
chopping
those-
block.
Those couple guys are
So Chris Curtis KOs Joaquin Buckley.
easy work right there.
Edmund Shabazian does the same thing to
Dude, every single fight,
Lungai
and,
and
dude,
Bula.
every single fight in a KO TKO.
Yeah.
was rad.
Because everybody except Ferraro Rosas Jr. on this part of the card is fighting for their job. Jairzinho Rosenstruik fighting. for
Okay,
their
let's
job.
be perfectly clear. The Dawkins brothers are not going to be fighting the UFC much longer.
Oh nah, yeah, they no,
Nah.
bruh. Not much longer. They're done.
They're done, man. They just can't.
They used to be hot, bro, but now
They were
it's-
on the come up there for a minute, but both of them getting their asses
Bro,
whooped.
Raul
The-
Rosas Jr.
I'm so happy, right?
dog.
I was so happy.
Really?
I was very much happy.
All right. Yeah, he's good. He's a fucking he's gonna get his ass kicked though.
Bro, as long as he just takes
Dude,
his
come
time,
on. Jay
he
Perrin
gotta
was
take his
terrible.
time, bro.
Jay Perrin was garbage,
He
man. That
gotta
guy's
take his
awful.
time.
He's not. But the way he's talking after the fight, he's gonna get his ass kicked.
Yo, he called out Aljamain Sterling. I'm like, bro, come
Listen,
on.
that kid, that's a 17-year-old for you, right? That's
That
like
r-
that's you feel invincible at the time. And hats off to him, man. Like he performed well as he should have against Jay Perrin. But boy, who else? Like, can we look at the 135-pound weight class right now for a second? The rankings. I want to see who he might be able to compete against.
Nobody in the top 15.
Nope.
Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Jack Short? Nope.
Nope. No.
Adrian Yanez, he'd get
Who do you think he's
going
going to fight next then at 135? Who's out? I mean,
Well,
oh, I
there's
mean-
probably 50 dudes that are unranked.
Yeah.
thank God Frankie Edgar retired because they would have put him against Frankie Edgar. I guarantee you they would have done it.
Nah,
Too. They would have done it.
but nose to nose.
No. But I'm trying to think of other guys outside of the top 15 that he could fight. who could he fight that would give him a good test that we'd be.
They'll
Oh,
keep
let's just not worry about him for a
they'll
couple of
keep
years.
pulling up people.
Well, he's saying he's gonna be champion by 20.
Okay, and then when he's 20, we're gonna be like, all right, what's he doing now? And then he's gonna be like, all right, he on a 5-fight win streak. All right,
All right, okay.
you know,
I'm glad you guys
I
guys
I
on the
feel you,
Rosas
bro.
hype train. I think it's hilarious, but
I personally didn't even see the fight.
it was he
So-
kicked his ass.
He's a masterful martial artist.
He
Nah,
kicked
he's
his
not a
ass.
master.
No, he
yet,
kicked. I
but
mean, but like, what was that guy Jay Perrin even trying to fucking do? Like that guy stunk.
he was. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I could describe what he was doing, it was like he was just
He got dominated.
fighting
dude.
with his eyes closed.
He got dominated.
Yeah,
But again, here's what I'm talking about. Jay Perrin, they slip a fucking 50 G's into his fucking safe deposit box. You're just gonna get submitted by Raul Rojas today, aren't you? Would you do it?
he feeling a little choked up. And then,
Yeah.
you know.
How about this? How about this guy? Could you imagine this conversation? Jay Perrin, you don't have a future. We're gonna cut you in one fight. All right. This guy's got a future. He's gonna make money for UFC. $100,000. You're gonna get choked out by this kid in the first round.
Damn.
Easy. The more and more, the fact you brought that up, the more and more I see this kind of shit happening.
Oh, I see it every card.
You know,
I
the
see it
more
every
I'm much like,
card.
I'm like, oh, I see how this could, and it could work to a certain extent to get them to the point where they're fighting in.
And I'm not even saying like paying people off. I'm just saying like everyone, like it's something in the air. We all know who's supposed to win.
Yeah.
We all know who's supposed to win.
Bro, when it was
And-
taking too long to with the Patty fight.
bro. In my own personal fights, every time it's been janky. It's been like a weird unanimous decision, or like, I mean, not unanimous decision, like weird split decision, or it's been like a draw, or it's been like it's never like, whenever something's a little bit odd, you're like, look over to your corner, be like, something's happening.
No, like, oh, that one time we went to Myrtle Beach and that kid won that fight he wasn't supposed to win.
Yes,
We all saw him lose.
yes,
We saw him lose. A room full of experienced kickboxers scored the fight and saw him lose every round, but he won unanimously.
yes.
That's crazy.
Well, that was kind of like this weekend when I saw Patty Pimblett lose. In my eyes, and they won unanimously. I saw that happen.
that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that happen too. So yeah,
That was a split.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said earlier, I had Patty Pimblett winning, but like
he lost.
to say that was a unanimous decision is
He
crazy.
lost. Let's talk about Mitchell.
I'm
though.
not gonna
Yeah,
argue
Bryce
with you.
Mitchell and Ilya Temporia.
So I found out some information about our boy Bryce.
yeah, he
had-
was sick a little bit a couple weeks ago.
He was sick the week before, and
That'll make your striking shitty.
Bro, his striking is not shitty. He
Well-
put hands on Barboza. Leave him alone.
no. Listen, the truth about Bryce Mitchell is Taporia's just better.
No, yeah, Taporia's a
Yeah.
monster.
He's just better. Taboria's just better. And I saw Bryce Mitchell for the first time. No matter how hard he worked and because Bryce Mitchell's an effort fighter. He's
Yeah.
he's a mindset fighter.
And he was out athletic.
He was just not as athletic enough. I don't think he's got the quickness or the speed. He's got the mindset and the probably the technical acumens, but
Yeah. he needed to play basketball once a week.
Taporia's a motherfucker, dude. Yeah, he's really something to do different. But Taporia's hitting with bad intentions hard. He was hitting him hard, and he wanted to prove. I mean, like, I'm sorry, Bryce Mitchell, because Ilya Taporia, you look like Patty Pimblett to him. Like, all Ilya saw was Patty Pimblett's face.
Oh,
Yeah.
He wasn't really
bro.
fighting
He
Bryce
was
Mitchell.
upset.
He was fighting Patty Pimblett. He took all that shit out on Bryce Mitchell. And
He was
I-
probably screaming while he was hitting him. He was like,
the thing about
"Ah!"
it, listen, I feel like that maybe the sickness did. I think Bryce Mitchell could have lasted the fight with him. I think he could have gone 3 rounds with Taporia. I don't think he was going to win, but I think that he just at some point was just gassed.
He was off. He did not fight like himself.
He was, dude. He had moments there, but he was just like a couple steps behind Taporia's
Yeah,
speed.
Yeah,
heard him with
he's a gritty fighter. I mean, I also saw that too. I thought that he was like,
He hurt him with a head kick.
I thought he was less fluid. This fight,
He
for
looked a little
sure.
tentative.
Yeah.
He might have been nervous.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
that-
bro, it's weird. Like when you go up against a motherfucker that's just as good as you, it gets different.
It
Like,
changes.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of factors, bro. Because Bryce Mitchell is kind of like that man's sensitive. So like, and Taporia's fan base was terrorizing him this entire fight.
Well, and yeah, I don't think Bryce Mitchell even gives a fuck. I think
That
he's
was-
I think he's just like whatever. But don't understand. Like, I don't think he understands even with that. Like, I don't think he gives a fuck at all.
Probably
But-
can't speak Georgian.
Well, but he just, I think Bryce Mitchell, is Bryce Mitchell ranked? What's his ranking?
I don't think he's ranked. I think he's like in the top 20 area.
He's not ranked though, huh?
I
Unreal.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he is 145 pound, not unranked. That's unbelievable. Well,
That goes to show you how deep 45 is.
Nah, Bryce Mitchell's ranked number 11.
okay, good.
Oh,
There it is.
okay,
Yeah.
that makes
So I don't
sense.
think I don't think he goes down or up. Or he went down 2
Yeah,
points.
He went down and
Topuria went up. All right, that makes sense. That's an even swap there. But I still think Bryce Mitchell beats 5 or 6 of those guys in that. I think he could even go up and compete against some of the I don't know against. You mean he's always going to put up a good fight? I just don't
Yeah,
think I don't think-
everybody can beat Brian Ortega.
Yeah, Brian Ortega's beatable. Josh Emmett's beatable.
Yes.
Chong Sun